but I am back. Back from under the ground.
I was born in Jamaica with nothing. I live in a wooden shed, zinc roof. They all doubted me, so I couldn't do it. They all said I couldn't do it. Look at me now. Never know. Personal.
Surprise, surprise, motherfucker! The king is back!
I've been listening to them laugh my whole career. They've been laughing. What? An Irishman win a fight in the UFC? Hell no. Laughs all around. The sound of laughter and the sound of doubt motivates me.
You're good, but you're not as good as those guys. You know, I had to listen to all this, and that put so much wood on that fire that it kept me each and every day.
Maybe someone's don't like me, but because maybe I'm too good. I don't know why.
Let me be very clear. I'll never give up. Never.
The diagnosis, 2 fractured cervical vertebrae and partial paralysis of the left side of the torso.
Dr. Carter had a tear in his eye. I could tell he felt for me. And he said, son, I'm sorry to say you're not going to box again. And I looked at him. I said, no, Dr. Carter, you're wrong. I am going to box again. He said, you don't understand what kind of man I am.
I'll either box again or die trying. After 13 months, he was back, and he won 3 titles.
The winner, and now the IBC Super Middleweight Champion of the World, Vinny Pazienza!
But I want you to take it personal. And my personal question to you is, why not you? You've got the brains, you can make decisions, you can study the plan, you can change your life. Why not you?
You give them this message that it's okay to be a man.
It's not okay, it's necessary.
See all this potential? That's just one. God damn it, an entire generation pumping gas, waiting tables, slaves with white collars. Advertising has us chasing cars and clothes, working jobs we hate, so we can buy shit we don't need. We're the middle children of history, man. No purpose, no place. We have no Great War, no Great Depression. Our Great War is a spiritual war. Our Great Depression is our lives.
Tough times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. Weak men create tough times. He said to me, many will not understand, but you have to raise warriors.
Just because it feels uncomfortable doesn't mean it's not good. Even if it feels uncomfortable, that can sometimes be right. In life, we so want to feel comfortable, but that doesn't always bring the best results.
A real man in the dark, when nobody's watching, he putting in work. A real man, when coach ain't even watching, he's studying film on his own, because he loves the process.
As I saw him at the race where he broke all the bones in his feet, I was running this race. It was a 24-hour race as a relay team. I was with 4 friends. And the format of the race is, you run a mile, I run a mile. Whatever team runs the most amount of miles wins the race. He had no teammates.
Because I know every motherfucker ain't going to do what I'm going to do. So this is how you level up. That's how you level up. With that right there, that fires me up. That makes me happy what you just said.
I'm here all over so scared. You've been bleeding all this stuff you've been reading about how hard it gets.
I'll never forget as long as I live. My father was actually crying because he was scared to death that Muhammad Ali was going to get killed. Not knocked out, killed. That's how vicious and violent George Foreman was.
He was trying to win a boxing match. I was trying to kill that guy. It was really strange. I thought I'd knock him out in 1 or 2 rounds, but about the 3rd round, I hit him and he fell on me. I thought, that's it. And he started screaming, "That all you got, George? Show me something." And I knew then I was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Muhammad Ali, he knocked out George Foreman. I shook up the world. I shook up the world. Muhammad Ali has done it. The great man has done it.
That's I. I'm winning anyway. I'm winning any motherfucker way. I can't lose.
and you know you won't give in. And if you test yourself and you fail, but you know you're gonna get back up again, if you know that, then you know that your character is strong, and that's what matters. And that right there is all the confidence you need.
I get up there and had a cameraman up there. I asked a cameraman up there, I'm like, hey, I said, how did Goggins look? And he's like, well, he had his shirt off. He was saying, they don't know me. He's like, they don't know me, son.
They don't know me, son.
Saying all this stuff. I said, who was he saying that to? And he's like, there's nobody up here.
Those times when you get up early and you work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream. That's the dream. It's not the destination, it's the journey.
Kobe was something else. He was the guy, like I said, when we're in the club, that motherfucker's in the gym.
I'd rather go too far than not far enough. The only reward that you get from taking it easy is the fact that in the moment, it's easy. But if you want results, and then you basically just catch yourself slacking off and don't do anything about it, then it kind of sounds like you don't really want those results, you know?
I looked in this one guy's eyes who was ringing the bell to quit, to put his helmet down out of Navy SEAL training, and I saw myself. And I saw what everybody said I was going to be, which was nothing. This is when I realized I was alone on this earth. I have God on this earth, and I have to fix everything. I was sick and tired of not facing the fact that I've allowed life to make me feel like a loser. That voice became haunting.
The only thing that you can do is win so big that all of them constantly compare themselves to you, and then you'll forget they exist.
Success is the only revenge.
It's not the best revenge, it's the only one. There's no
train until you collapse, write until the words blur, practice until fingers bleed, and build.
Push the limits of your own mind daily, because the edge between insanity and greatness is where legends are born.
Nobody understands you, because how could they? If you spend your whole life trying to be like nobody else, work harder than the average person, care more than anybody else would, what makes you think they'll understand? What you're looking for is rare.
Ignore and outperform them. You see, while you're over there watching me and talking about me, I'm working. I'm working hard. I'm taking things to the next level. You keep gossiping and I'll keep working. You keep talking smack and I'll keep working. And you will lose and I will win.
My mom kicked me out of my house, to tell the truth. It was hard. I had to grow up at a young age, and I had to be able to not really take care of myself. I had help, but I was on my own for the most part.
I wanted to be the guy that people looked at. I don't care if you like me or didn't like. I don't care. But said this motherfucker's gonna keep coming after whatever the is in front of him. I wanted that. I wanted that. I wanted that worse than anything in the world. I kept picturing me falling down and getting up, and every motherfucker called me I was dumb. I wanted to feel something besides defeat. I wanted to just go the distance.
The way you guys say reinvent myself, it's just that I want to be up more than anybody on the planet want me to be down. And that's just what it's all about. Wanting to get the best out of yourself. Not competing with anyone else but you. And that's how we improve as a person, improving ourselves.
I'm asking you to make a list of what you want. What kind of health do you want? What kind of skills do you want?
Three more rules I'll never break are live your life with character, honor, and discipline. And if you live that way, I guarantee you, your goals and dreams will get accomplished.
Stay focused. Don't listen to nobody. Don't listen to nobody. And what's on your mind, just do it. Because what's destined for you, you're going to get it.
Change happens when the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the pain of making a change. And in your situation now, it sounds like, well, this is less painful.
100%. I think that's the basis of most change. Like, if you are angry, use it. If you are sad, use it. Because like, what else you can do?
If nobody is there to pick you up, show yourself that you're there. When nobody understands you, give yourself even just a second of recognition that you understand your own mind. You may feel like nobody is there, but I promise you have yourself, and that is a lot. I'll never be a hero. I'm just an ordinary guy, and I've reached my damn limits!
Your limit? Who decides what your limit is? Instead of overthinking your setbacks, just focus on moving forward.
Is there any better feeling than being locked in? No. Like when you are locked in and you are, you're taking, and you're in a rhythm, and every day you're knocking it down, you never miss a step. Like you go to bed feeling great, you wake up feeling inspired, you go in the gym with energy, right?
The time and the commitment that you give to yourself, into your body, into your craft, into your mind, those things will take care of yourself. And if it's meant for you to have, then it's meant for you to have. And if it's not, if you've done all those things leading up to it and it still didn't happen, you sleep better at night. You're okay with yourself because you gave your body, your mind, your soul, everything that you could ever ask for.
So today, don't think about it. Don't talk about it. Don't wish for it. Go for it. Dive, move, start, act. Trust me, it's the only way to get there.
You put so much practice into you that you can ignore every one of them that are telling you you're not gonna make it and still be able to make it because you have put the practice in that you know is the process. It's such a daunting task that all the voices are saying no. But you still have the conviction that I know I can do this. And that's what it took for me to get here.
As you expand, they shrink into irrelevance. As you get louder, no one can hear them. You don't beat them, you cast a shadow so big, no one can see them to begin with. When people copy, they copy the wrong stuff because they don't know why it worked to begin with. And when it breaks, they don't know how to fix it because they didn't build it. So don't sweat it. Copycats will always be behind.
I want you to think about this. This vision sounds very big, and it is. None of this is easy, all of it is hard, but I want to inspire you, and so think about this. Big things start small. Thank you.
Patience. Patience is a skill we must master. Patience is one of the most valuable skills a human being must master. And I'm working hard to master it, and I feel I'm getting there, so time will show all of it. That's it. Right now, I'm focused on the battle, focused positivity, good thoughts, and I will say a prayer for those who try curse me or try and bring harm to me with these type of things, and that's it.
Was fear of failure a motivator?
I never feared about my skill, because I put in the work. Work ethic eliminates fear.
Yes.
So if you put forth the work, then what are you fearing? You know what you're capable of doing, what you're not.
If I can instill one piece of advice into all human beings, it would simply be to believe in yourself beyond, without a doubt. Believe in yourself, and don't rely on anybody to believe in you. Don't rely on anybody to push you or make you better. Believe in yourself and only yourself, and allow that human being to make you a better person.
I think you know what you're supposed to do. Deep down inside, I think everybody does. And a lot of people just don't go after it. And like most people start out, they say, I want to be a this, but I'm going to get that to make sure I have something to fall back on. Yeah. And what you're doing is you're setting yourself up for failure because you're going, there's a possibility that I'm going to fall back. And when you put that out there, then you fall back. But if you just say, hey, this is what I want to do, and you go do it, you usually get your stuff the way you want it, man.
It's really up to you, the life you want to have. If you want a good life, then make good choices. You wake up in the morning with discipline saying, hey, I got to do the right thing. I got to work. What am I going to make? What's my choice going to be today? Do I make my life worthwhile, or do I just mess it up? We choose our joys and sorrows way before they happen. Keeping it simple. You do bad things are going to come back to haunt you. You do good things are going to come back to reward you.
The last 6,000 years reads like this: opportunity mixed with difficulty. That's how it reads. It isn't going to change. The man says, well, if it isn't going to change, how will my life ever change? Answer, when you change. And whether I'm talking to high school kids or business executives, my message is always the same. And it goes like this: the only way it gets better for you is when you get better.
The world belongs to optimists, because if you're going to do anything big, you have to believe that it can happen. Otherwise, it never will. Sean Puri says the cynics get to be right and the optimists get to be rich. 99% right and 100% wrong. They're right 99% of the time, but they're wrong 100% because the only thing that matters is the big one at the end. My first 9 businesses didn't really amount to anything. 9, as in the first one, I spent time on it, it failed. Second one, this one will be different, spent time on it, failed. And the third one, this one, failed. And then 6 more after that. And it's painful as shit because the whole time everyone is telling you, I told you so. And they're right. Today, but not forever.
In order to do what you love, you gotta get through the obstacles of the things that you don't love.
In life, right,
yes,
as
right?
you're trying to come up.
Yeah, getting over those hurdles, and then eventually they lead you to the thing where you're like, okay, now I'm ready to pursue said thing that I want to do. Even if you hate your job, you're supposed to be using that job for something to get to something.
We are what we repeatedly do every day. Therefore, excellence that we're striving for every single day. We wake up early, striving for it, pushing for it, giving it all in our workout every single day, striving for excellence. We are what we repeatedly do. Therefore, excellence is not an accident, but a habit. You are what you repeatedly do every day. So whatever you're doing is what you become. If excellence is something you're striving for, then it's not an accident, it's a habit.
But if you want to begin to move into your own personal greatness, if you want to begin to really enjoy a happy, successful, healthy life, you've got to be willing to go against the tide. You've got to be willing to harness your will and say, in spite of this, I'm in control here. I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm not going to let this destroy me. I'm coming back, and I'll be stronger and better because of it.
How can you beat someone who cannot quit? How can you beat someone who every time they go through a hard time, they get better and they get stronger instead of getting weaker and getting demoralized? How can you beat someone who looks back on all the tests that they've had and said, yeah, that wasn't dude, bring it on, okay? As opposed to the person who's like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. And then a few months, another thing happens. Oh my God, I can't believe this happened. It's gonna be the person who has a stoic mentality, who looks at it and says this, okay, all right, we'll get through it. And then the next thing happens. Well, won't do that again, but we'll get through it.
And then you had all your media naysayers. Oh, scoring champion can't win an NBA title, or you're not as good as Magic Johnson, you're not as good as Larry Bird. You're good, but you're not as good as those guys. I had to listen to all this, and that put so much wood on that fire that it kept me each and every day trying to get better as a basketball player. Now, I'm not saying they were wrong. I may have looked at them from a different perspective, but at the same time, as a basketball player, I'm trying to become the best that I can. You look for any kind of messages that people may say or do to get you motivated to play the game of basketball at the highest level, because that is when I feel like I excel at my best. I'd do anything to win.
You give them this message that it's okay to be a man.
It's not okay. It's necessary. What the hell are we going to do without men? You look around the city here, you see all these buildings go up. These men, they're doing impossible things. They're under the streets, working on the sewers. They're up on the power lines in the storms and the rain. They're keeping this impossible infrastructure functioning. This thing that works in a miraculous manner. They work themselves to death.
We all live in our own world of limitations. Some people can see farther than others. So therefore, when people judge what I'm doing with their logic, it can't be done. Their reasoning says it can't or shouldn't be done. Their knowledge of history says it can't be done. So their reasoning, their knowledge, and their logic clashes with my superior belief. Therefore, the result is they don't believe. And my thinking is so superior, and my knowledge is so positive, and my logic is so wise until it clashes with their mentality, which is down here and I'm up there. So by me being so high, I can see more and see farther than you. And you're looking up at me saying, Ali, don't do it. Ali, please stop, man, it hurts. But I'm at such a high level until I don't think like you. I'm not like you.
But you know why they say that. I mean, it's for the best possible reason.
They fear and they are weary. It looks dangerous to them.
That's
but
right.
It's not really that dangerous to me.
Hard pace, you know what I mean? I'm no different than I was before. I just was committed and worked hard and earned it. And that's it. We're all equal, I feel. You know, it's the work you're willing to put in and the commitment you're willing to put in. I was committed this campaign. I'm happy and proud to represent my team and our work.
But next day, I'm very capable and I learned that, listen, Cristiano, let's go. Life continues. Past is past, it's never come again. The present, it's the best gift that we have in our life. The present. Because you don't know that what's gonna happen tomorrow. You don't know. I don't know, you don't know. So live the present. Go back to the gym, work, because you have more to show. You understand? Life continues. You cannot live in the past. I'm really good on that, you understand? I learned by the years that pain you're gonna have all the time, uncertainty, and constant work. Constant work. It doesn't matter what's happening. It's gonna happen in your life. You have to continue. This is the way I see the life.
Do you view this season as a failure?
Do you get a promotion every year in your job? No, right? So every year you work is a failure. Every year you work towards something, towards a goal, right? Which is to get a promotion. You work towards a goal. It's not a failure. It's steps to success. Michael Jordan played 15 years, won 6 championships. The other 9 years was a failure. That's what you're telling me. It's a wrong question. There's no failure in sports. You know, there's good days, bad days. Some days you are able to be successful, some days you're not. Simple as that. We're going to come back next year, try to be better, try to build good habits, try to play better, you know, and hopefully we can win the championship.
If you're focused on the past, you're controlled by fear. If you're focused on the future, you're controlled by anxiety. If you focus on others, you're controlled by them. See, whatever you focus on owns you. If you focus on yourself, you're at peace.
So I had this conversation with this guy the other day, and he was making a lot of good points, it seems. He was saying that you don't need to get up early in the morning, and that working out early in the morning isn't that big of a deal, and it's better to do it later in the day. And, you know, I said, well, what if something comes up and I missed the workout that day? And he's like, told me that it's not that, it's nothing major, you don't need to worry about it. And he cited some scientific sources and whatnot. The guy was making a lot of good points. And I was almost going to listen to him, but then I realized the guy that I was talking with was myself. And he was a liar. Don't let your weak voice run things. Step up, do what you got to do. Go get some out.
The way you can change is you have to put aside enough money to give yourself a window. And you have to spend all your waking hours outside of whatever job you do planning your escape. And you have to come to the realization very clearly that you've f***ed up and you got yourself stuck. So whatever you're doing, you have to do it like your life depends on it. Whatever time that you have to attack like you're trying to save the world. You're trying to save your life. You don't want to drown. God damn, you better be caffeinated and motivated. You got to have discipline. Most people don't have those things. And to know that the consequences of not doing that are horrific.
Undisciplined people do dumb things. Disciplined people do smart things. Which are you? This is really, everything that we talk about is going to come down to how do you have the discipline to execute and do the things that you need to do your part. And one thing that everybody has to overcome to be able to do this is, am I going to do what I feel like doing, or am I going to choose to do the things I need to do to accomplish the goal and the vision that I have?